out again. It's a redskin.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go ahead and sit down with you guys and use That's a Taupe collection from ColourPop. I did not buy everything. I bought almost everything. I already had the skin oil glitter shimmer thing. I already have that in the shade Rose. It was just a repeat shade, and I already have that in the full size. But I did buy the palette, obviously, the star of the show. I bought a highlighter, the deeper shade. There was two shades. I only bought the deeper shade. The lighter one was too light for me, or I knew it would be too light for me. I did buy the ColourPop Duo little eyeshadow, or ColourPop Super Shock Duo. I can't talk. And then the lip liners and the lip gloss. So that is what I'm wearing today. And if you want to see how I got this look and what I think about this collection, you know, just keep on watching and we'll get through this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you obviously like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. All right, let's go ahead, jump on in. So jumping right in, my base is all done. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the palette. Oh my gosh, this packaging is so pretty, guys. Like, look at that. That is so pretty. I really think that they went really creative with this palette this time. I'm really not into cool tones. If you've seen my channel long enough, you know that I'm not into that kind of stuff, or these kind of tones, but since I don't have a lot of these colors in my collection, I thought I would be a little more open to trying this palette. And you know, I don't have a palette like this, so I thought it'd be a really good idea. Just go ahead and try a palette like this, you know. So going on in, I'm gonna go in with the warmest shade. It's still pretty neutral. It's not really warm at all. I'm gonna go ahead and start that at the crease as my transition shade. This one's a little too firm. Let me find something a little more fluffy. I'm gonna take my Jaclyn Hill 30 instead. This one's a lot fluffier. And I'm gonna, you know, place that down right at my crease and fluff it like halfway up to my eyebrow. Not all the way up though. Just about halfway. Blending it upwards a little bit. Okay. Trying to see if they're even or not. I don't know if they are. I think this one is up a little bit more, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more and try and blend it up to balance it out with the other eye. Okay. There's really not a lot of deep shades. Like, that is, you know, they're all about equal deepness. All these, like, four, this was a little bit lighter, but these three are probably like the same deepness. They're just different tones. So, I mean, I think that was kind of a missed opportunity. I think they should have included more shades. I'm going to try and deepen my outer corner with this shade, but it's really not deeper, so I don't know what it'll do since there's no depth to this palette, really. I mean, just this shade is lighter, this shade is darker, and the rest are like not, they're all medium tones. They're not really, there's no medium depth. There's nothing to, yeah, there's not a lot of, it's just the different tones. There are three shades that are the same depth, but different colors, like different tones, which doesn't really help deepen the look. Like, I'm adding a bunch right here to my outer view to kind of deepen it, and it's really not doing anything because it isn't the same level of darkness, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna have to use this dark shade. And I know it has that, but I wanted to use that for like a lash line or to smoke something out, but I'm gonna have to use it for this even though I didn't want to. Is this one the same? No, both V22s. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use that deep shade. Let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted the last shade to do. I wanted a medium shade that would help me do this, but so I wouldn't have to just use the darkest shade in the palette, because I usually like to use the deepest shade as like liner or to really deepen the outer corner. But this is just like another like transition shade for me, you know. It's just not, I feel like with these palettes, you know, you kind of cross, you have to be careful with not making it too fair. And I think this is, you know, considered a really light tone palette. Like, I'm not sure who's really gonna cater to, because it seems like it's only gonna really cater to people of my skin tone and lighter. I don't think it's really gonna cater to anybody who is in deeper complexion, other than the shimmers. Of course, shimmers kind of go with everybody, but like all the matte shades, I don't know who else can, you know, pull these off. These are pretty light shades. Like, this isn't that dark. It is a little bit darker in person, from what I'm seeing on camera, but it's still not that dark for a outer corner, or, you know. But like, I mean, they're gonna need to use another eyeshadow palette, or to kind of complement this. But this is too light, in my opinion, to be a standalone palette. Like, to be fair though, I think this is better than the Juvia's Place Taupe palette. This one is more pigmented. I can definitely see it. It's there. I did get pigment. Just the shades, you know, are just, there's really no deep shades. There's no depth and darkness to this palette. Anyways, I'm going on a rant. So I also got the, I got the Duo, but I couldn't find it. Okay. I also got the Duo, and this is what this looks like. This is the, I already forgot, the Super Shock Shadow Duo. It's in the shade Couche, this little pale color. And then I also got the shade Ritz, which I guess is like a popular color in their collection, or in their line. I might actually already have this and just have forgotten about it, but everyone talks about how beautiful this shade is, and it does look really pretty. It looks so pretty. That is so pretty. So I want to put that all over my eyes. Oh my gosh, it's so, feels like a cushion, like a little cushion, a little pillow. So soft. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. It just looks silver on my eye. On like fair skin tones, it looked like it had like a little tan undertone with this silvery like glitter. But on me, it just looks like a plain silver glitter. It doesn't really, I don't see any kind of wow factor from that. Which is sad, because it looks so much prettier on like lighter skin tones. Like, it looked so pretty. So I'm a little disappointed in that glitter right now. It's not really doing anything. It just looks like a ordinary glitter. Looks a little silvery and gray-like. But to me, that's just not really complimentary to this look right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with, they're all so pretty. I'm gonna go in with Constrictor. It's really deep, like green toned color, and I'm gonna go over that glitter because I don't like it. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, that's so pretty. Okay, go. I have a green shirt on, so it's really gonna complement the look. Okay, that shade is like literally my favorite right now. Oh my goodness. That shade. Okay, why is no one talking about that shade? the shade Constrictor. It's so beautiful. It's like a cool tone, like army green. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Can you guys see that? That is so pretty. Okay. Whatever. I want to like put this all over my eyes now. Okay, I'm gonna like go a little bit more towards the center with it. Not. I'm gonna brighten up the middle though, or the inner corner. So I don't want to go too deep. Okay, I just cleaned off my fingers and kind of brushed some of the fallout away. But oh my goodness, that green shade, guys. Like, are you guys seeing this? I love green tones on myself. I think they look so pretty. So I think it really reminds me of my favorite Huda Beauty palette. This palette is everything. I love this palette. I'm not really wearing makeup right now, so I haven't gotten a chance to play with that much more, but I love the green tones in that palette. And this one is so pretty. I would have liked to have seen it alone. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to swatch it on my hand and show you guys. So pretty. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh. I didn't swatch it that easy. I'm just going to swatch it on the back of my hand instead because this is not... Oh my gosh. You guys see that? Look how metallic that is. Ooh. I wanted to show you it swatched just because on my eyes there's the glitter underneath. So I feel like it's coming through. And guys, this is so pretty. Like, look at the green tone in that and the little gold specks. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Okay. The sad part is, I mean, that's like my favorite part of the palette is just this one shade right here. I'm pretty sure I would love these too, though, to be fair. Just being honest, the palette. I'm going to love these shades. I know I will. These middle, this one, I'm going to use in a second. But, wow, that green. Oh my God, this green is, for an affordable palette, I love being able to have this option if you don't want to spend $30, you know, for a pretty green shade. That does have a matte green, though, too. This one just has a shimmer. A shimmer green. I don't know. I really like that Huda Beauty Haze palette, though, and that green shade. This green shade is so pretty, too, though, guys. It's so pretty. I'm going to use a Royal Line Nickel brush and just pick up some of this. This is a pressed shock shadow, so it's a little hard to pick up with a brush. But I want to not use my fingers because my fingers are big and fat, and I don't want to mess up my look because I actually like it now. I like what I'm doing. It's a really pretty look. Oof. Ow. Did I get glitter in my eye? Ooh. Anyways. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. That green changed my whole opinion, like, of this palette, honestly. This green is just... I love it. Okay, I'm going to grab a smaller brush. This is cleaning it off. E17. I'm going to grab the shade right here, the first one we used, and smoke that on my lower lash line. You don't have to be super precise with this part if you're following along, just because it's such a light shade. If you want to add some depth, let's see. You grab even a smaller brush and then go in with this Bedrock. I was trying to read it upside down. Bedrock shade, the deepest shade in the palette, and really just put that really close to your lash line. When I do this trick, I like to just bring it up to my eye color. I don't like to bring it up too close to the beginning of my eye, just the center. Kind of adds some depth and kind of gives the illusion of like liner. Without having to do too much, you know. Okay. You guys didn't see it. Okay, and now for lips. I got both of the liners because I don't have any cool tone liners, so I thought it'd be really nice to pick these up. I got the shades Ashton and Cool BFF. I'm gonna use Cool BFF to line my lips. There's swatches everywhere of these shades. They're just, you know, cool tone nudes, which I don't have any of. I thought it was really interesting that they did a cool tone collection and then come out with a warm tone gloss. I'll show you guys in a sec. I mean, we'll see if it complements the look though. So, I guess it's not cool tone. It looked really, I'm sorry, warm tone. It looked more warm tone in the swatches and online, but in person it does look a little neutral, like a neutral nude. This is in the shade Rattler. So, and it is in the ultra glossy lip, so. Oh no, it looks warm tone as soon as I put it on. It does look warm tone now. Huh. Maybe once you mix it in with your natural skin color, it just warms up a bit. I know I'm a warm skin tone, so. Okay. And that is it from the collection. Oh no, I forgot highlighter. Okay, so I also picked up the Out of Quartz shade highlighter. They did have another shade, but from what I saw, it was a really, really light shade and I would not be able to pull it off, so I didn't even want to try. But I did pick up this one, Out of Quartz. I don't, oh, my hands smell like vanilla. Okay, I'm like, ooh, is this scented? No, it's my hand. They smell like vanilla. Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, Out of Quartz. It's just like this very cool tone rose, like a rose champagne sort of situation. I want to say rose gold, but it's not gold. It's a little more cool tone. And then I'm going to go ahead and it is a super shock cheek. So it does have like a creamy formula. We will kind of see how it, I don't know. Okay, no, I don't know. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Okay. I'm not loving this highlight because it's looking a little pinky on me in person. It looks like a pink highlight. Not like a rose gold, like not like here, you know. It looks like a pink highlight in person on my skin. Like obviously it still has that champagne-ness, but like the undertone looks pink and I don't like pink highlights. Like champagne-y or gold. And this looks like a true pink undertone and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it looks, I don't know, it looks a little weird on me. These tones don't really go with me. You know, they're just not my pink undertoned anything. Doesn't really look good on me. Pink undertoned blushes, pink undertoned eyeshadows, pink, yeah, there's anything pink doesn't really go with my skin color for whatever reason. And this highlight is, I thought it was like a true neutral rose gold and it's leaning pink, like a real pink undertone. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I finished off my eyes. I just added a little bit of mascara and I tightlined halfway on my eye just to kind of really deepen up that liner, or my lash line, I guess, just to really blacken it all the way, since I didn't want to do a wing liner. So yeah, so this is the look I came up with today. I didn't want to make it super dark because it is daytime and I'm going to work later. I'm not really going out tonight, you know, I'm not doing a night out look, you know, sort of situation today. So that's why I wanted to keep it light and bright, even though it is a very deep green, like a deep smoky green, but still very, very pretty and kind of more the vibe I was going for anyways. So very quickly, a rundown of everything. Okay, I feel this is gonna be a meh. I'm not really super excited about this review. This palette. If you are my skin tone, I am a light medium skin tone. If you are a light medium skin tone or lighter, I recommend this palette. It's a good cool toned neutral palette. The shimmer alone is very pretty. This green shade, I don't need to talk about it anymore, but I love it. ColourPop's shimmers perform absolutely beautiful all the time, every time. They're matte. They work very nicely. I just wish there was a little more like medium and deep tones in here. They just seem like this whole row I don't think would show up on medium, tan, or deep skin tones, or would work for those anyways. It's very limited. Like, I could only get this shade and, you know, to really show up, to really deepen up my eye, and I feel like it still wasn't deep enough for you know, these tones, because it doesn't really come off this deep on your eye, if that makes sense. It kind of blends away, and not in a bad way, just to blend in, and then it's not as deep as a shade. So a deeper shade would have been nice, like an almost black, you know, whatever. But these, like I said, these three right here, while they're different tones, this one and these two, while they're different tones, they're not different depths. So you're gonna be getting very medium tone looks. So like I said, my skin tone or lighter, you can definitely make this palette work and it would look nice. But ColourPop, come on, like, come on, make, you know, make things more inclusive. Like, why is that so hard? Like, I feel like I don't see the struggle as much because I am a light medium skin tone. So yeah, I'm medium, but I'm the very lightest spectrum of medium skin tone, or sometimes I still fall in the light, you know, skin tone of foundations and stuff. So, you know, it's not really as much of a problem for me as it is for people that are deeper than me, but I am still aware of it. Like, if I can barely pull it off, like, I don't know what else I can say to you guys. Like, ColourPop, do something. Like, just stop, reevaluate your priorities. Your products need to be more inclusive. Unfortunately, this will not work for everybody, even though it's a very beautiful palette. It would have been nice to just see a little bit more from them. I know that they're coming out with a new 35 shade palette with deeper tones, but I really don't get into those giant 35 palettes. I just don't. They're just too big in my opinion. I have a few. They're sitting in a drawer and never get used because they're just too big, and I don't like them cluttering my space. Why do I buy them? I don't know. Because I don't use them. I don't use them. Fine. Okay, stop talking. Now these, meh. If you're light to fair, I would maybe recommend these. I didn't use the lighter one. I did use the Ritz, which everyone talks about, and it's just a glitter. It's not really anything special. I really expected more from what everyone was kind of saying in reviews. To be fair, there are the people I saw review this collection were lighter skin tones than me. and there was like a little bit of color to this, and then it had the glitter on top. On me, it just showed glitter. It didn't show any kind of color to it at all. It was just a silver glitter, which to me was kind of a letdown. This shade looks really, really pretty. I think this would be a really nice, like, inner corner, nice little pop. So I think that will work fine. This silver glitter, though, I'm not sure. I don't really like silver on my skin tone. So, I mean, that's just me. But on the swatches, it looked like it had a little bit. Actually, I'll swatch on my finger. Back of my hand. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like, in swatches, it looks like it has a little bit of a brown undertone. Let me see if it'll. There you go. Like, it looks beautiful swatched. But for whatever reason, on my eye, it just looked weird. Like, it didn't. I don't know. It looks beautiful swatched. Like, I have to admit, that looks incredibly gorgeous. But on my eye, it just looked meh. Like, meh. Maybe it's just like a one and done. Like, I need to just use that by itself, maybe, and then it'll look really pretty, but I don't know. On top of my eyeshadows, it just looked meh. It looked just like a chunky glitter. It didn't really look like anything special. So, I'll try that one again, though. I love the formula. It's really, really nice and soft and smooth. For it being a really chunky glitter, it feels really smooth. And then the lip liners. ColourPop makes pretty okay lip liners. I just like having a nice variety, and these are nice cool tones I will be using, of course, in the future. But they're pretty safe. They're only $6. I recommend, if these are tones you're interested in, I recommend you picking them up if they're available. One thing with ColourPop is that they go out of stock a lot. They take forever to restock, and you're constantly waiting for stuff to come back in stock, that sort of situation. So, and then shipping's pretty bad right now. It takes them like a month to get here. This took like 3 weeks to get to my house, that situation. So it is what it is. They say COVID. I say that they're trying too hard to put out product, and they're not giving themselves enough time to catch up with everything that they're doing. So, just my opinion, whatever. But they're nice. They're $6. They're good. For $6, it's nice. It's not bad. What else did I have? Oh, the highlight. Where did the highlight go? I am so bad at this. I'm like, girl, you have everything. I'm just gonna say it didn't work for my skin tone. It is a nice formula. It's a nice formula. The tone just didn't work for me. The pink undertone that it has just looks weird on my skin. I'm not in love with it. I'm probably not going to use it again, which is sad because I don't even think I have anybody I can give this to. I think the one person that my family that could probably pull off cool tones is way too fair for this, so that's a no-go. The lip gloss. I love this. This is a super, the ultra glossy lip. I remember ColourPop's old, they had to have reformulated this. Years ago, I tried this and I hated it. The formula sucked. It was gloopy, glossy, like it had this sticky little residue all over your lip. It was gross. I hated it. This, however, is really, really nice. It feels like a good balance between a gloss and almost an oil. I don't want to say that, but like compared to their old formula and how sticky it was, this is like completely different. Like it feels so light and barely there and creamy and smooth and not sticky in the least bit at all. So I do recommend this, and I'm really glad that they updated their formula because it's so, so nice. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it for today. Overall, I feel like this collection will cater to a certain skin tones, and based on your skin tone, you have to make that decision for yourself. If you feel like these tones will work for you, I do still recommend. I wouldn't say anything from this collection had bad quality. It was all really, really good. quality, just I had trouble with the shades and that kind of situation, which is different for every skin tone and every person and their preferences. So yeah, some people like pink. I don't like pink undertones, you know, whatever. That's just is what it is. So, you know, personal opinion, personal preference. So I hope this video wasn't too negative. I want you guys to understand that I do still recommend the ColourPop formula. Just the tones did not work for me mostly, but I am in love with that green shade in that palette. I am going to use that so much this season. Unfortunately not on camera, off camera, because I'm barely doing my makeup. I'm actually doing my makeup for camera only for you guys. But you know, on the off chance I'm going out that weekend, you know, with my boyfriend as a date night sort of situation, I will do my makeup and I will definitely be using that shadow again. It's so fall, guys. So, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love this eyeshadow color. Just this color alone I think would have been beautiful. That green tone. I love green tones though. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one.